I heard the tape measure before I saw her, a soft, metallic snap, a whisper of numbers murmured under her breath. The sound felt out of place, like trespassing dressed in innocent clothing. I stepped into the hallway, barefoot, the morning still clinging to me like a half-remembered dream. And there she was, my wife's mother, standing in my guest room, pulling the tape across the far wall with the precision of someone measuring the inside of a coffin. She didn't notice me at first, or she pretended not to. "This wall will have to come down," she said, running her hand across the drywall like she owned it. "David, when we move in next month, we'll need this space opened. The ocean breeze will come straight through." When we move in. My pulse didn't quicken, it froze. She turned, face bright with a confidence she hadn't earned. "We've already talked to a contractor. He'll start as soon as we finalize things with Claire." Claire. My wife. My wife who had slipped out earlier for yoga. My wife who apparently had made promises I had never heard. And here was her mother, measuring my inherited beach house like it was a gift-wrapped apology she'd been owed since birth. I said nothing. Silence felt sharper. She smiled, oblivious to the storm she'd just detonated. "We'll make this place a family home," she said. Family. Interesting choice of word. I walked out without responding. But the truth had already begun to crawl out of the walls. The house felt different after that, like someone had walked through each room while I wasn't looking and shifted things a fraction of an inch off-center. Claire returned that afternoon, sweatless, calm, yoga mat suspiciously clean. She kissed my cheek, brief and distracted. Her eyes flicked toward the guest room door, only for a moment, but enough for me to catch the microsecond of tension. "Everything okay?" she asked. I almost admired her performance. Almost. "Your mother stopped by," I said. Just 4 words. Her spine straightened so subtly most people would miss it. "Oh? She didn't tell me." She lied quickly, reflexively, too easily. Normally, I would have looked for a reason to believe her. Not today. Something had shifted, something fundamental. I replayed her mother's words in my head like a recording. "When we move in next month." Not if, when. I had inherited this beach house from my father, a man who understood the weight of names. My name, not hers, certainly not her family's. So why would she make such a promise? Unless promises had become currency for her. Unless she had traded something for something else. Unless I wasn't the only one she was making future plans with. The betrayal didn't land all at once. It seeped in, quiet, methodical, like water rising under a locked door. We ate dinner at sunset. Her smile felt manufactured. Her laughter delayed, calculated. I watched her. Not accusatory, not emotional, just observing. Because something was wrong, and she knew I could feel it. The next morning I started investigating, quietly. No accusations, no questions. Just clarity. Her phone remained face down more often. Her screen time rose at odd hours. Her location history had gaps, clean, surgical gaps. I checked credit card statements, new restaurant charges, miles away, Uber receipts with unfamiliar drop-offs. Small details, but betrayal always leaks through the tiny cracks before it floods through the big ones. I watched her mother too, seen the way she spoke a little too confidently about plans, the way she mentioned a fresh start Claire supposedly needed, the way she avoided mentioning my name entirely. They were preparing for something, a transition, a takeover. But to give someone a house like this, something had to be offered in return. I began to see late-night messages reflected on her glasses as she scrolled. I began to hear her breathing change when a notification buzzed. I began to notice the way she avoided my touch. Not dramatically, not obviously, just a shift, a small withdrawal each time. I stayed calm. That scared her more than anything, and I kept digging. Phone logs, cloud backups, deleted. files that weren't really deleted. Eventually, I found the thread, a contractor she had been texting for months. Not just about renovations, about timelines, about moving in together, about me being the last obstacle. I read everything. Every word. No rage, no shock. Just a slow, cold understanding. They thought I was blind. They thought I was trusting. They thought I was nothing but a signature and a roof. They were wrong. The truth arrived in the form of a document, one Claire had never bothered to read but had built an entire future on. The deed. My name alone. No joint ownership, no implied inheritance. Just me. And the contractor messages, screenshotted, time-stamped. I printed them, slid them into an envelope, placed the deed on top. When she walked into the living room, she knew. She saw the envelope, she saw my stillness. Stillness terrifies the guilty. "What's that?" she asked, voice already cracking. I handed her the envelope, said nothing. She opened it, read the messages, saw the plan she thought was secret. Her face drained, color evaporating like water on hot metal. Then she saw the deed. "David, I can explain." Her voice broke. I didn't. "You plan to move them in," I said. Calm, precise. She flinched like I'd slapped her. "You told your mother you were taking this place. You told him the same." Tears welled. Not for me, for her collapsing plan. "It wasn't like that." It was exactly like that. She opened her mouth again. I raised a hand. She fell silent. "Your mother already measured the walls," I said. "The contractor already discussed start dates. The only person you didn't talk to was the owner." Her breath hitched. "I never promised this house," I continued. "You did, a house that was never yours to give." She sank onto the couch, shaking. I remained standing. "Where do we go from here?" she whispered. I looked at her like someone I once knew but no longer recognized. "You go," I said. "I stay." Her face broke, completely. She packed quietly, no pleading, no bargaining, just the sound of zippers and the realization that her future had evaporated. Her mother didn't come to help. Her contractor didn't call. She left alone. I stood by the window, watching the tide come in. The house felt balanced again, centered. Betrayal has a strange weight, heavy at first, then clarifying. The truth didn't set me free. It simply reminded me of who I was before someone tried to move into my life without asking. As her car pulled away, I whispered the final truth, not to her, but to myself. Some walls don't need to be knocked down. Some people do.